Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today, I've been talking, talking, talking. I spoke to all of you guys. I'm not gonna hold on. Okay. I spoke to you guys, but I hadn't added myself to the stream. Betty White, Foot Soldier, Fifi, Dr. Soapy, Focus on You, Lena Pretty Brown Eyes, The Bushes, Bird, Dr. Soapy. I really thank you guys for being here for this long scheduled live that I have posted hours ago. So Nessa A, thank you for being here. Little one, for good and evil and chill out. I really appreciate you guys for showing up. Now, I want to talk to you about a fat fucker who obviously wants to walk around the B sector thinking that he's some big giant bully who can talk shit, but actually, Brian, this is what you represent. This is what you represent, Brian. This is what you represent. Brian, let me tell you something. What I said was actual facts. What I said was actual facts. And a Negro who whole wardrobe consists of this cannot talk shit to me, Brian. At any point in your life, you cannot talk shit to me. So, Brian, you should have taken the message from StreamYard when it didn't allow you to play your first string, but you decided to come back. And what I said was what I meant. You went on your live talking about the competition. The official D spot was the only competition that made you feel safe. That was the only competition that made you feel safe. So what's the problem? I repeated that. Did I lie? Did I lie? I don't understand why Brian had a problem because Brian needs a safe spot to go to watch competitions at. He only felt safe giving his money. Hey, Barry Carey, thank you for being here, my mod. I really appreciate you for showing up. I really appreciate that. I am Woman Empowerment, NYTV, DC Cop for Life. So Brian needs a safe space to watch competitions. That was the only place that he felt safe giving his money. But Brian, did you give any money? Did you answer that question? Did you even give any money? So it just cracks me up. These people who talk about money are the main ones who are begging for money. Brian, you needed a safe space to give your money. The same motherfucker who's out here begging for money for toilet tissue. So I doubt. Hey J Truth, how you doing? Chris G, thank you for being here. I really doubt if you gave any money. So I really doubt that you even needed a safe space to give money. I really doubt that. You needed a safe space because you're walking around here with a helmet on your head. You can't even provide a safe space for yourself, Brian. You're in the gym with a whole gat, and you let a man punch you in the chest, Brian. So is it dependent upon somebody who's doing a contest to provide you a safe space when you can't provide a safe space for yourself when you got a gat in your bag? Hey, detach myself, how are you doing? It's not my responsibility to provide a safe space for you to give money that you don't give to others that you only take. Don't try to come out here and slander me or anybody else who's doing competition unless you have some actual facts. I'm so sick of these old greedy, grubby, money hungry people out here alluding to somebody did something inappropriate with money because they are so money hungry that they don't want money to go to the subscribers. They only want money to go to themselves. Hey Indigo, how you doing? So the more, hey Gummy Bear, how Gummy Bama, how you doing? The more money that you give to a subscriber, the less money that they get. The less money that they feel that you have to give them. I'm so sick of these beggars out here putting dirt on people's name as if somebody is stealing. So Brian, you need a safe space because you can't provide one for yourself. Because Brian, I think the safest space for Brian is getting slapped in the face. That's your safe space. You feel real comfortable getting slapped in the face. You don't have a problem with being slapped in the face, but you need a safe space on YouTube. You make omissions and excuses for a motherfucker slapping you in your face, but you need a safe space on YouTube. And you think that we are going to provide a safe space for you on YouTube. No, I'm not going to provide a safe space for you on YouTube. If you need a safer space, then get your ass in the nearest mental hospital psych ward because that's the only safe space that is going to be provided for you on YouTube. You need a safe space, then quit making these motherfucking salami milkshakes, you big fat fuck. You need a safe space, motherfucker. Lose some weight. You'll be safe in your own space. So don't come on here talking about, oh, well, she said this. I said you sound stupid. You really sound stupid. You came on here caping for Brooke. You came on here caping for Brooke and said that a competition that was judged by the audience was not fair and people are biased towards Brooke. But when you started your live, you were the same person that came on here talking about, well, the competition was nice. And I said the competition was nice. So I don't know where I didn't say you didn't say the competition was nice. I said that you came on here caping for Brooke, who went live with a whole video talking about the competition was unfair to her due to her light skin. But then you come on and say, I don't know where all this colorism came from, and the competition was nice, and try to attack me for saying the exact same thing that I said. You do know where the colorism came from. It was a whole video made by Brooke, who you were caping for like an idiot, that I talked on. Now all of a sudden you don't know where the colorism came from. It came from Brooke. She titled the video about her light skin was the reason she didn't win. So now you're gonna still continue this video as if I said something untoward when I stated the facts. You're ignorant. You are a dummy. How dare you? Ugh. Talking about he need a safe space. You need a straitjacket. That's what you need. That is exactly what you need. Coming out here talking all this crazy stuff as if somebody said something wrong. And you're asking the same questions about this challenge. Let me see what you guys have to say about what I'm talking about. Hey, Ebony Diamond, nice to see you. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. Detach myself. How are you doing? Lady Silver Fox, thank you for being here. Salami milkshake, exactly. I like Blonde. Nice of you to come out and be here. So, Brian, um, this safe space you need, this safe space that you need. Do you feel more comfortable riding a scooter to get slapped in the face by this white man that you make excuses for slapping you in the face? And the only reason you couldn't make yourself safe is because you didn't have your scooter to defend yourself, you fat fuck? Is that why you need a safe space? See, because I am not your enemy. But see, you may not be able to hop on a panel and be dogged out with a smile on your face for approximately 89 days or something to that effect. So you think you're gonna and next time you put my name in the title, if you want to get some big ups for it, make sure you spell it right. So next time you want to ride on my coattails to try to get somebody to go to your little channel to talk crazy and have absolutely no point, spell my name right. It may send people to you in the algorithm, because you had exactly no argument. You made my own argument before you call yourself going in on me. I don't know where the colorism came in at. Brooke brought the colorism into a contest that she lost. So she was a sore loser and she brought colorism into it. As usual, everything is always about her color. So to act as if you don't know how anything happened is laughable. So you really need to sit down, and this is the one and done for you, because you deserve no attention from me, because what you did was, hey Liz Livos, yeah, it was so off. Yeah, next, if you want to get in the algorithm, hey Cash Apps, how you doing? You have to spell my name right. Hi Miami Popo. So hey Big Zed, how you doing? I'm so glad that you came over. I appreciate you for coming over. And yeah, Mike Lewis, it's Brookie. Okay, let me put this up here. Why is Brooke? Every excuse is someone being jealous of her or skin color. Why can't it just be that she's boring, a panel killer, and along a go along to get along? I think you meant go along to get along, but you said ho along to get along. But I'm just gonna think that was a typo. I know it happens to me a lot. Okay, I'm tired of Brooke and her skin problems. Yeah, and then Brian sitting over there, yo, everybody did Brooke wrong. I think people are jealous of Brooke, and it was so biased. It was over 400 people who voted, and you go over to Brian's to hear him talk about, do his commentary about the charcuterie board, and it turns into a, oh, everybody's biased against Brooke marathon. Are you serious? No, everybody's not biased against Brooke. The contest played out. Over 400 people voted. And then he want to call himself going in on me for bringing it up. You sound crazy talking about everybody was biased against Brooke. You absolutely sound crazy. And then you're going to turn around and say the same thing. I don't know how it turned into colorism and all of that, but I'm just going to get on Ronnie Q. I said the competition was nice. Did I say you said it was not nice? That's not what I said. So your argument about how nice you said the competition was null and void and mute as far as it came to Ronnie Q. Your commentary about people being jealous and biased of Brooke is what you need to talk about, but you don't know how it uh turned to colorism. It turned to colorism because of Brooke. And that's what I said. So if you want to talk about what Ronnie Q said, talk about Ronnie Q said. You want to talk, and you think I give a fuck about you thinking I'm old? You don't even know how old I am. You think I give a fuck? Old is not a read. If old is a read, what's the alternative? To die young? Girl, you sound like a fool. You sound like a fool. Get my age. Live to be my age. Walking around with trash bags and a fucking swollen heart. Live to get my age if you can. Okay, hey Stephanie Rhodes, how you doing? Let me see. We know he crazy anyway. I always, yeah, we know he crazy. How is it because of her skin color when Leo is the same complexion? Leo's charcuterie board was exquisite and deserved to be in a magazine. Brooke belongs in a spade game. Yeah. I think Rhonda said it best that Brooke's board looked like something that they feed the homeless, and I really don't care for Rhonda that much. That whole thing is weird as fuck. That I really don't care for Brooke that much, but I definitely agree with her that I mean, it wasn't given. It just wasn't given. So why is Brooke a victim of 400 people choosing somebody who had an exemplary board as opposed to her? So why is Brooke a victim? And why does Brian feel some type of way about Ronnie Q when Ronnie Q point out the obvious bull crap he was saying that people was biased against Brooke? Nobody was biased against Brooke. Like, give me a break. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link and invite anybody up. Yeah, because I did not even listen to the whole video, Brian, because like, what is the point? I listened to the first part, and he said himself he don't know why colorism was brought into it, and so I don't know why people Brooke was brought into it. So that's my commentary on Brian. Brian is a white bootlicker. He likes 80 people in one body 1 minute, and he's crying and bitching the next. He is the world's savior, and next a thug. He's sitting up talking about safe spaces and talking crap in the gym, and then when the dude sock him in the chest, he got a whole gat in his bag, and he does nothing. Going live to you on YouTube trying to show how bad he is, and the dude just walked past him. He walked on my bag. Ooh, I oughta, and that man kept walking past him, and then when he got to the end, he turned around and looked at him like, "What's up?" And Brian didn't do nothing. You want a safe space? Provide a safe space for yourself. Quit being a big mouth bitch like you are, and nut up at the right person. You can't nut up on me for telling the truth. You sound dumb. Nobody was biased against Brooke. People voted for the winning board. The obvious winning board. Some contests are kind of hard to judge, but Leo was the obvious winner of that competition. Now we can say you can argue that, oh, it was hard to choose the second and the third place, but for for that competition, it's my opinion that Leo was the obvious winner. So where's the argument? Like, why are we coddling people? And just like Lovely Love on yesterday. Lovely Love, I didn't even know she had shown up late to the Shelly's competition. I didn't even know she showed up late. She showed up late to the charcuterie board competition as well, talking about she was asleep. Okay. So she was still allowed to enter. So Lovely Love uh just talked herself out of the win on Shelly's competition because she had a bad attitude. She did have a bad attitude. Like I said, I understand that I would have, if I had made gravy and eggs as a main course, I would have thought that viewing them after they were cold, would not give the optimum judging for the audience to judge my work because eggs and gravy coagulate. So it wouldn't have looked appetizing. I agree with that point, but her attitude totally took her out of the game. And from what it appeared, Lovely Love might have been the winner on yesterday if she had had a better attitude. So they definitely there's definitely that. And I was listening to several people talk about, rewarding bad behavior. Lovely Love still received $100 as she was on Nest channel dogging out Shelly, who went against the audience opinion that Lovely Love should get maybe $20 or $25 at the most, and went on and sent her $100. And when she received that $100, she was over on Ness's panel dogging out Shelly when she was the one who was late to the competition. Now, I like I say, I'm not gonna give 100% to Lovely Love because I agree that it would have been good to see her food and Just Blaze's food while it was hot, both of the foods while they were hot, and then go on to the deeper judging. But I've had hiccups in my competition, so it is what it is. But I think Lovely Love talked herself out of the win. Now, uh, you know, it seems to be a regular occurrence with certain people in these competitions not being able to compete like adults, not being able to verbalize themselves properly, and being sore losers. So we've had the Lovely Love, we have the Brook, and we have the Uppity. So these are the three that come to mind every time, that have hissy fits, that cry, whine, and moan about everything except for their preparedness for these competitions. Hey, official D Spot, how you doing? ODS, how you doing? I have a question. Did Brian contribute to your pot? Uh, you don't need to tell me the amount, but I just really have a question because he said that your competition was the only one that he felt he would have felt safe contributing to. So I'm wondering, since he did say he would feel safe contributing to it, did he? That's just my only question. It's just a fact finding mission. If you choose not to answer, I understand that, but this is a fact finding mission. No, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ODS. So, Brian, you want to come out here and talk about whose contest you would have felt safe contributing to. But if you felt safe contributing to ODS and he was the only one you would have felt safe contributing to, how come you didn't? Why didn't you? Why didn't you? When people contribute to these contests, they still have some cushion money. They still have some money that they throw their car door pocket to send your old grubby ass so you can get some toilet papers and some oodles of noodle, Brian. It ain't nothing off you. It ain't nothing off you. So quit putting your mouths on people as if somebody is doing something untoward with the money that you can't trust. You can't trust yourself. You can't protect yourself. So it's not our job to protect you and support you and to make you feel safe at any juncture of this YouTube game. It's not our job. Protect yourself. Okay? So if you need to snuggle, if you need protection, stop making excuses for people who slap you in the face. If you need protection, why don't you do that? Protect yourself from all these people who you excuse for slapping you around. That's where you need protection. You need to protect yourself from that. You need to protect yourself from coming out here in the beef sector getting stunned by grown men, but you want to talk like you such a bad bitch. But now you need protection. Which one is it, Brian? You need protection or you need to man up and quit being a pussy? That's what I want to know. So anyway, um, yeah, I just wanted to talk about Brian. I already talked about Shelly's competition. Congratulations to Jess Blaze for being for having a wide variety of dishes on your brunch and for enduring Heidi Fly's judgment of interrupting every judge in the middle of their judging to interject her opinion when she had already judged the competition. I think the judging I thank God they didn't have more than two contestants because it took so long to get through that judging with Heidi butting in every 2 to 3 minutes with a long diatribe about something that it does not look she's able to do herself with those long black nails. Doesn't even look like she's able to open a can of tuna. So all this about food and all this talking and pontificating about food and things that she didn't know, we could have done without, in my opinion. But I'm pretty sure there's plenty of stuff that could have been done without in my competition as well. So that was the most grueling part of the competition, in my opinion. Lovey love. You talked yourself out of a win, and you need to do better, or you need to stop competing. Brooke, you need to do better, or you need to stop competing. Nobody asked for a whole football. What do you call that? What do you call that when they you guys know what I'm talking about when they go out tailgate. Nobody asked for a football tailgate meal. They just asked for a charcuterie board. You did too much. If you had concentrated on fewer things, you probably would have been able to perfect those fewer things. But everybody wants to have an excuse. Hey, Soul Sister number one. And I hear that Jay Wilson was over there cursing up a storm. I hear that he was like really cursing up a storm and blamed it on the Benadryl later. Jay Wilson, it wasn't the Benadryl, it was you choosing to curse up a storm. That's exactly what it was. Big ups, JBD. Did you see Lovely Love on my hairs last night? Off topic like a motherfucker. I came in and she was up there, and the way she was going both ways on the topic. Now, this is a topic that I made a mistake in talking on when Coolin brought it up on Lady Nika's, and then I realized I was like, oh, wait a minute, I don't even want to have an opinion on this topic. But Love You Love was going both ways. Well, I can see it, and if you have, she was so off topic. It had nothing to do with insurance. It had something to do with contention among mothers and baby mothers about someone who passed away, what to do and how to split his money. And Lovely Love was up there talking all off topic, uh, agreeing with the baby's mama at 1 minute and then agreeing with the mama the next minute and just sounding so crazy. And then she finally said, oh, well, I'm sleepy and I gotta go. And I was just like begging, Lovely Love, get down. You do not want to be in the middle of this conversation. Brooks charcuterie was Easter theme though with the eggs, Peter Cottontail. Yeah, Brooks board didn't win. It just was not a winner. And official D Spot went ahead and just went on and gave her um $25 in addition to sending her those $40 automatic salt and pepper shakers. So Brian said, well, if he was going to give, if official D Spot was going to give three people $25, four people $25, he could have just went on and took $5 from the four people he awarded $25 to and gave them $20 so he could have had $20 to give to Brooke too. Why make her stand out as the very last person, the lowest score? She was the lowest score. She was the lowest score. But it's funny to me how Brian, who didn't give a nickel, was able to figure out how official D Spot should split up the money that people did give. That, that's funny. Explain that, Brian, how you are able to calculate how official D Spot should have given out money that you had nothing to do with contributing to. Explain that to me. Keep your mouth off of me, Brian, because you're an unintelligent, fumbling idiot. Keep your mouth off of me. Okay, a spread. No, I was talking about a tailgate party. All Brooke needed on that table was a pot of chili, and that would have been an official tailgate party. That's something you serve at Super Bowl. Okay, I only have one question for Lovely Love. Was she planning on eating everything she cooked before it got cold? Because sometime was not going to stay hot. Something was not sometimes was not going to stay hot forever. It's not about they okay, somebody said that they told Lovely Love to go on and let her husband eat. But someone else said that no, they didn't tell her that. They said they told her to wait for the judges. I got there late. I got there when they were judging Just Blaze, and they did spend quite a bit of time on Just Blaze because of all the interruptions with Heidi, having her go and do this, show this. They did spend a lot of time. I didn't know if there was a time after they ended the competition where they displayed one person's meal and then displayed the other person's meal and then went back into judge Just Blaze. So obviously, that time that they spent judging Just Blaze, it was an extended period of time. And when you're judging somebody, you don't know it's going to take that long. And while you make gravy is sitting up there, coagulating, and your eggs are sitting up there, and she made what was it? Egg foo young, which is wrapped in egg. So I understand that she may have thought by the time they got to her that her food was looking ugly, and the subscribers were going to be the only people to judge it. And so you eat first visually, but she could have gone about it in another way. That's just my opinion. Out of the wind. I thought she only got the no. After she went over there whining and crying about colorism, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna send her $25 too." So she and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired of these people getting rewarded for bad behavior." She actually said that she lost because of colorism, and she got the $25 and she also got the $40 salt and pepper shaker. So is I think that we have seen the follow through of the generation of everybody gets a trophy. We have seen the follow through of that. And you know, that's what it is. Mayor asked her about the challenge, and she talked about her government phone and her channel and didn't want to talk about it. Hassie with her nasty bathroom self had the nerve to talk about Just Blaze. Get the F out of here. Holla, Toya, what's going on? Hey Nikki, how you doing? If there were more contestants, Lovey Love still would have had to wait. Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, that was the most attention Heidi had in a long time. She had to take advantage. Yes, that and Jay Wilson entertaining her uh full of fucking niggatry, as Forrest Rock says. Um it was in her title. Yes, it was in her title, Liz. You can go over there to Brooke's channel and it says that she lost because of her light skin. Yes, it was in her title. And Brian acts as if he don't understand how it got to colorism when he was defending that the point that people just have a bias against Brooke, and people just don't like Brooke, and I don't think it was fair. You don't think it was fair, but that was the only contest that you felt safe. That was the only contest where I felt safe, where I could give my money to. But he gave absolutely zero dimes, pennies, nickels, quarters, or dollars. Okay, so hey, I thought it was just the millennials that grew up with everyone gets a trophy generation. I do despise that. Yeah, um, what you're saying, they're way old, they're way too old to act that way about a trophy. Hey, kind to me, nice to see you. I don't understand. If your ass didn't win, suck it up and take that L and just go hard for the next one. Yeah, and I guess they figure that they're just gonna get content out of it, and they have no shame and being sore losers. I think I would be embarrassed to be such a sore loser personally. And that's just it. That's all. Some you win some, you lose some. Hey, I spoke to I'm that messy. Okay, so zero lightness. Let me see what you have to say. I hate that too. Everyone gets a trophy. No more MVP. Yeah, MVP. Well, yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. So, does anyone want to come up and have their opinion? Did put a one in the chat if you saw Brian's video. I only saw a portion of Brian's video from listening to Pastor Titty's curse this morning. It seems like Brian video ventured off into talking about him, even though he decided to misspell my name in the title. I thought losing is supposed to motivate. That's what's always motivate me. Yes, and therefore, you're motivated to go harder, to work harder, to examine the things that you could have done better. But see, when you take the position of victim, it's not your fault. So you look at everybody else, you're pointing your finger at, they're jealous of me. It's my light skin. They don't like me. It's nothing that you did to lose the competition. So you're right about that. Hey, UNC girl, thank you for coming. I appreciate you for being here. Hey, Ronnie Q in chat, working with my mouth, no hands. Happy Monday. Okay, I understand, UNC girl. Ronnie Q was funny though. Oh, back in the clouds. Okay. Thank you for being here. So I'm gonna let me see how much time have I been on here. Oh my god, I only been on here 38 minutes. Gummy Bama, how you doing? What do you have to say? Fuck Brooke, purple green, yellow eggs ass. Dr. Seuss eggs. Yes, Dr. Seuss eggs it was. So, I need somebody to come up here and talk to me because I'm trying to make this a whole hour, but it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to talk about this tired conversation. Hey, Leo the Lioness, beautiful board. The beautiful attitude. I just cannot believe what this competition turned into. I there was really no reason for it to go this way. And it just really makes me look at some of these people who are highlighted, like I said yesterday, in the beef sector. I just don't like the attention seeking that they are doing. I don't understand why they did not look up charcuterie boards. It is one board with meats, cheese, bread, or crackers, not full of plays, trays, all plaster or glass. Okay, so I agree. I definitely agree. The Kiwi girl, she said I did like that she did the little martini glasses in there, and then she did say that it was her first time. But I liked the creativity in her board. It looked good, and it was a family themed thing, and it looked like the adults could pull the martini glasses and let the kids have at the tray. She did have picks for them to eat their food with, and that's that. And Leo, you know, I could see you selling those charcuterie boards for Christmas. And and not just for Christmas, but definitely for this Christmas, because I think that you're good to go. All it seemed like you need to do was put a lid on that board and a bow and mail it off. So I think that I know that you're business savvy, so good luck with that. And it makes people not want to compete. Like Leo being a competitor was outside of what we normally get in this sector. So we had the Kiwi lady from the Mo 3 sector. She is outside of what we get from this sector. But if we have these crybabies in here doing substandard work, sitting up here crying and making themselves a victim, it is gonna like attract fewer and fewer people to the beef sector. And maybe that's what they want. Maybe they don't want competitors on a higher level. Therefore, their mediocrity can be rewarded. Okay. Did I did I add ho while you talking to me? That's why I can't stand your stupid pot belly ass. What? Who you talking to, Gummy? Who are you talking to, Gummy? Lord. Yeah, I appreciate you joining, and yeah. So, it's just going to be more of the same if we start you know making people who actually have talent in many different areas, and we start shutting them away. So, okay, congrats, Leo. I think Gummy Bama, who were you talking to? I don't know who you were talking to. Hey, Nisi, how you doing? Ronnie Q. Do you think we need the messy contestants though? I do because it's very entertaining. Yeah, but I had a very messy contestant on my show too. So I had a very messy contestant, and it is what it is. We're gonna, but I don't like the mean spirit. Oh, okay. Gummy is my stalker under a troll page. Okay, okay. So I think it was mean spirited. So Key was nice too. I'm not used to people having clean backgrounds and kids that aren't screaming. Yeah. So, but you want messy, but you want the messiness. You are a mess. Yeah. Okay. So let me see what you guys are saying. Why people don't like Leo? I don't see her bother anyone. That she minds her business and she has enough emotional intelligence to ignore folks and and not find them out in an SB time them out in SB's chat. Yes, I do agree. I was surprised that I was able to chat in Sean's chat, even though he don't see me. He doesn't see me, but I'm not timed out by Leo. Okay, so UNC girl, it was Toothless Baby. You're talking about Hey, Pizarro, how you doing? Thank you for coming over. We're just chit chatting about different things. Reading Brian, and that's it. Hey, a view is a view. What's going on? Look at view. Look at view is displaying her wreath as her thumbnail, and a view is a view. Was my little out of control contestant, but we got through it. And uh well, uppity says she didn't get through it, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Hey, all the smoke. I'm not trying to condone the fighting, but I understand that people fight. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else you guys have to say. So, coming up, uh, Bad Weave and AO gave me a good idea for a contest. So, yes, another contest. So, AO and Bad Weave thought that it would be nice if I dislike her. Okay. 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 Um so AO and Bad Weave came up with a good idea that it would, since so many people have pets in their fur babies, and you know unlike some people have good relationships with their dogs, and unlike Jay Wilson, who dog treats him like this, some of us have very good relationships with our dogs. So they came up with an idea that it would be good to have a pet competition. And I asked the chat yesterday, would they be interested in that? So if you think that it would be interesting to be able to come on here and run your pet through approximately three commands. They all three commands don't have to be the same, because we don't all train our pets to do the same thing. But a minimal of three commands. It could be sit, it could be roll over, it could be give me your paw, it could be fetch. Yeah, if I tell my dog to fetch, they'll go get what I threw, and then they'll go and run and hide it somewhere in their hide spot, so they don't fetch. They like, if I get it, it's mine. I have those type of dogs. So it doesn't have to be the same command. So put a one in the chat. J Truth, you can get your fat black cat in the competition as well, because Miss Toby said that her cat is better trained than her dog. So I may not be as I may not be as strict on it being a dog or a cat. But I didn't think that cats did commands. And Yaya said that her dogs are hood dogs. So she said that it made, yes, it did make it a funny show. I agree, Pam. It did make it a funny show. So what do you guys think about that? One for yes. I thought your cat was fat. Your cat's not fat? I'm sorry, J Truth. I know you have a black cat, but I'm sorry. I don't want to insult your cat if it's not fat. But for some reason, I thought your cat was really, really big. It's not fat? Who you calling fat, sucker? I thought you had a big fat cat, J Truth. I don't know. I apologize, J Truth. I do not want to weight shame your cat. So I could have been mistaken, but I did see your cute cat. So oh, pleasantly plump. Okay. Pleasantly plump cat. Okay, J Truth. My bad. Yeah, get me in my place. Pleasantly plump. Rebel son. Hey Rebel, how you doing? What did Rebel say? Let me see. My cat fat. I didn't know you had a cat, Rebel. So Rebel, does your J Truth. Now, are you a cat owner that hey, Truth and Reason, are you a cat owner that thinks that your cat does commands, do things on command, or is your cat like most cat that I heard of, independent and don't do anything that you tell them? Is your cat trained to do things on command? I just want to know if Miss Toby is the only one with a weird cat, because I just heard that cats just do what they want to do. It has to be the cat idea or they ain't doing it. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's how I thought cats operated. Let me see. I take it everywhere. Congratulations. Oh, Rebel has a dog. Okay. Yeah, okay. So Rebel, we're gonna get together and a we're going to do an obedience challenge with the dogs. And I want to open it up to the content creators to participate, but I only want the winning dogs to come from the subscribers. And we will give uh, a badge or a reward to the winning content creator. But if we have a monetary gift, we're going to give it to one subscriber. Winner takes all. So that's what my next thing is going to be, because I know a lot of people have their pets, and don't ask him about his fat cat, please. Well, UNC girl, you always want to talk about your fat cat. So there's that. So he's talking about a different cat. And J Truth, why you get insulted when I said your cat was fat? You should have ran with it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, J Truth. Rebel, yeah. Rebel could be a good judge. King Roman News could be a good judge. And you guys can also put your pets through the paces too. It doesn't have to be the same. Never mind. He may embarrass me, Ronnie Q. Thank you. I know it's hard with cats. Shoot, it's hard with my dog sometimes. Miss Toby got on. She was like, "Oh, that would be a good idea. Come here, Tiana. Sit, sit, sit." She had to say about 4 or 5 times before Tiana finally sit. And Tiana is her dog, so I'm telling you, our dogs may embarrass us as well. You know, there's a criteria. Is there a criteria? You're a subby. You're a subby to me. There are okay. If you don't make content on your channel, I think that everybody has a channel. But if you don't make content on your channel, I think that that is a subby. So, but I'm telling you, the content creators can compete, and maybe we can separate the content creators and give the award to the best content creator dog. So it's going to be based on putting your dog, yes, dog, or cat. If you think your cat can compete, you're more than welcome to enter the competition through the paces of 3 obedient skills. And I don't think that that is a lot of I don't think that that is a lot of skills to send your dog through. So I'm going to have that competition. So you guys can show off your little fur babies and your little love muffins and that type of thing. I'm that cat lady. They listen, and I love you. Okay, so are you going to enter your cats though? Hey, Styles, with Tisa, Australian cattle dog. Well, I have 2 mutts. I have a Shih Tzu. I'm a terrible cat mom. The vet says he's obese. Okay, I have 2 mutts. I have a poodle and a Shih Tzu mix, and I have a some type of she's mixed with something. She's a Yorkie mixed with something else. So my vet just call her a Yorkie mix. So there's that. Okay. Hey, love Blake. Okay, because when I come to drag the bitch, I want to make sure I have the right one. Oh my, who you dragging, Pam? Who are you dragging? Okay, so we're gonna do that. It seems like you guys are up for that. I'm gonna pick a date. Do you guys want to do that? Okay, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat, and I'm going to let you guys choose if you want to have the pet competition. Here's the poll. Okay. Okay. You guys vote on the poll. Do you guys see the poll? Okay, I see voting. So you guys see the poll. Oh my God. And Lovey Love already done found a dog. Lovey Love, they said that Lovey Love has a dog too. Okay. He said, take it easy. Take it easy. You're going to make Brooke and Uppity go find a dog and attempt to train it. You know they got to join every challenge. Child. Lovey Love. I mean, Uppity, she gonna enter the challenge and she gonna see, oh, you see my big German Shepherd, and it's gonna be in a New York sewer rat, and she gonna think she got it trained. My dog know how to eat through walls. Do your dog know how to eat through walls? My dog knows how to eat the coating off the electrical wires. I bet your dog can't do that. My dog can climb on top of the refrigerator and eat all the cereal out of the boxes, and you never know the boxes are empty. That's what my dog can do. So Uppity gonna enter her dog in the competition. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna give you guys one more minute for this poll, and yeah, Betty White. Betty White, do your pigs do tricks? Betty White has pet pigs. Betty White, if you think that you can have your pigs do something, go through an obstacle course or something like that, you're more than welcome to join in the pet. My dog says, "Oh, you got dogs too." Oh, yeah, that's right. You have tons of animal. My dog say, "I love you," but she takes forever. Okay, so my dog's sitting right here. She does nothing but cuddles up and runs away from the camera. So I have been unable to get a good picture of my dog Saucy. You guys have seen Rascal a many a time, but Saucy, she does not take good pictures because she looks at the camera as if it's an enemy. This is kind of one of the best pictures that I have of Saucy right there. Saucy is the little white one, and that's Rascal. You guys have seen Rascal many, many times. So, yeah, those are my little doggies. So, let me end the poll and let's see if we're going to have this competition before or after Christmas. Because if we do it before Christmas, you can buy your dog a special little Christmas gift. And I know most of us are going to get our dogs a little Christmas gift anyway. But let's see what you guys say on this poll. I'm going to end the poll now. In the poll. Okay, 58% said, 59% said we should have the competition before Christmas. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to set up a date. I'm going to try to do it on either a Friday night or maybe a Saturday. Um, and we're going to have a perfect pet competition. That's what we'll call it. I was going to call it perfect pup, but we're just going to call it a perfect pet competition. Thank you guys for your input. I greatly appreciate it. Spread the word to all the pet lovers. Please share my flyer out, and I'm gonna get. I got two cats. Let me see what you said. I got two cats and one dog. Okay, so whichever one you want to enter, if you got pet pigs, you cannot enter your roaches. So Jay Wilson, you are not going to be able to enter your roaches. The only thing you're going to be able to enter is that fight dog you have, Jay Wilson. So Jay Wilson, you can enter your dog as a Mike Tyson imitator, and you can take us through the ropes of uppercuts and jabs with your dog, Jay Wilson. But that's what we're gonna do. So I need to look at my calendar. Um, I'm thinking the 15th might be a good day to have it. December 15th, enough time to go out and listen. I'm giving you enough time to go out and we're not grading on grooming or anything like that. But I would suggest that if you have a long haired dog or something like that, that you try to trim it up and have it looking presentable. But if you have a long haired dog, you probably have it looking presentable anyway. That's what we're gonna do. Cause I tell you, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a grooming appointment before then, because my groomer's always be booked up. But my dogs are always short. Rascal, his hair will grow down all the way down like a Shih Tzu. He has hair, and it would grow all the way down like a Shih Tzu. But I always keep him cut short. So yeah, Lyric isn't a dog. He's a dingo. Dingo ate my baby. Okay. Hey BC, what's going on? J Dumb ain't invited. No, listen. J Dunn, Zulu is so cute. But J Dunn has really ripped her ass. And unless J Dunn can be an adult and do what adults do, then no, I'm not gonna be able to invite J Dunn. So that's it and that's all. Jaden ran amok in my last chat, lied about donating money and made demands and didn't donate a penny. So we know what Jaden did on my last competition. And since this is my competition, I as the host am going to like put down some parameters for my competition, and that's it and that's all. Um, who is this? Hey, Lexington Norfolk, how long you been on? I have been on, let me see, an hour and 2 minutes. Yes, I was trying to get to an hour. Thank you guys for helping me get to an hour. I start talking about my dogs, and then I can time flies when I'm talking about my dogs. So one of my tricks may be I may walk my dog, and then I'll let you guess when my dog is walking past a house that has other dogs, because my little white dog Saucy, every time we walk past a house that has a dog in there, she stops and she talks shit to get the dogs all riled up and run into the door or run into the window, because uh she's a little bitch. She is a little bitch. She always messes with these other dogs, and then she screwed up one time and she got to a house that had a big old pit bull, and the little kid had the door cracked, and the pit bull ran out and snatched her up in his jaws, and luckily she had on her harness, and he didn't puncture her, and he was getting ready to shake her like a piece of meat. And then Rascal, he went in and he attacked that dog from the flank. He went at that dog's ribs, and it was over. That dog dropped Saucy, and then he looked like, oh, what the heck happened? And yeah, so I was like trying to get them in control before the attack number two came, and thankfully the owner ran out and was able to get his pit bull. No dogs were injured in that attack. But Saucy still walked past that door and barks like a maniac, and the dog still runs to the window and smushes its face in the window trying to get out the door to get her. I don't walk them past there that much, but yeah, dogs are something else. Hey, Heatwave, how you doing? So we're going to tentatively have this challenge on the 15th. Another non-English can't count, add simple math, dumb old bitch. Wait a minute. Can count from 1 to 5. Who you talking about? Oh, Pam, I didn't know you were not feeling well. Wow, what an episode. Dog vlogs. Yes. And the man, he came out and he was like so panicked and he was like, "Oh, is your dog okay? Oh, I'm so sorry." His daughter had left the door open. And it was like really strange because, like, when everybody had stopped, when he had dropped the dog and everybody had stopped, and I was like, "Oh, please don't let there be a second attack." Even the little girls who dog it were, they were like scared. They were like sitting there like in shock, scared, frozen. So I don't understand how people can have pit bulls around little kids. So I know that some people feel okay, they feel safe around pit bulls, but pit bulls are kind of snappy. Girl, they are fighting. Who fighting? Oh, you're talking about heat wave. Oh, okay. Oh my God, y'all fighting. Let me see. I have a C plus vid. A C plus vid. What does that mean, Pam? Hey, sincere. How you doing? Looked half dead on the panel last night. What panel you were on last night? Your own panel? I didn't see you on a. I went to bed early last night though. One more time for what, Beasley? Beasley, do you want to hit the link because I have no idea what you're talking about, Beasley? You're more than welcome to hit the link. There it is. Get well soon. Yeah, I hope you took the 19 test of you, and I hope you don't have that. Okay. So Beasley, you're not gonna hit the link. I go I go to bed so early. Okay, let me see if this is Beasley. Let me see what he talking about today. What's good, Beasley?
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Hey,
So what do you think about my dog competition?
I think it's an excellent idea. I think it's an excellent idea, and like I could already. There's a pattern, you know that, right? That you guys have these competitions, and then you guys argue about it for 3 days until you think of more competitions.
This is so innocent and pure, Beasley. How could it
You
go
got,
wrong?
I guarantee you it will. And that has anything to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the dogs. It has everything to do with the chemistry and the composition of the people that participate and spectate. It's just what it is. You guys have a
Really go
you got
wrong because people feel.
it's
Go ahead.
from the outside looking in, it's redundant as hell. But for those that participate, I guess it's fun. I don't participate. Those charcuterie, you know what?
So
I didn't grow up
go ahead.
uncultured. Okay, I would probably say that on a cultural exposure level, I'm up there in the upper 5 percentile. I never heard of charcuterie. I always thought they were just hors
You're
d'oeuvres, and
from
they were
Inglewood.
like,
You're from
well, not
Inglewood.
well. No, I'm from North Inglewood. We lived in the most beautiful house in North Inglewood. Um, that's
Listen,
still a
they
beautiful
have some
home.
beautiful homes in Inglewood. They
Hillcrest
have some
on Hill.
beautiful homes in
Go on
Inglewood.
Hillcrest.
Yes.
Go on
Hmm.
Hillcrest. They've got some gorgeous homes. And Inglewood
Yeah.
used to be all white, but I say that just so they think that
Yeah.
I'm tough. But
Listen,
I wear
Inglewood is turning all white again. Inglewood is turning all white again.
from
Over
what
there
I'm
by the
hearing, are
405 in Manchester, between Manchester and
are
Florence, they had turned all those apartments into condos, but they are huge. They're not like those Babe Nation condos. They are huge apartments. They turned them into condos and they are moving all back in that area.
and you
This
know what? And
gentrification all up and
that is so
down Crenshaw. Go ahead.
I'm hearing, and that's so convenient, especially being right there on the 405. It's so
Right there
convenient
at the
for,
405,
getting around.
right there at the
Right.
airport. Yeah, and they're selling those condos for over $500,000 a condo. Some of them
I
are like
just
six and $700,000.
I just cringed when you said that. Yeah, that's ridiculous. No, I did come up to say
Yeah.
that I wanted to know if I'll be able to include. I have a pet moose and a pet camel, and
No,
they're
you
in tan.
cannot. You cannot. Go
I have
ahead.
a
Go
pet
ahead.
moose and I have a pet camel. No, and they're in tandem. They're together when they're not fighting each other, but they fight each
Mhm.
other. They're real nasty. I don't even know how they made it. Um, I do have the moose and the camel together. They've never had intercourse, but I did one time catch the moose um, going down on the camel. Can you imagine that?
Now you think the camel, but since the camel has the hump, the camel would have been servicing the moose. That's
That's the
odd.
that's the way that it's supposed to be. That's the way that it's supposed to be. But apparently, the camel has a lot of water, has a lot of food, and has a lot of things that the moose likes. The camel has resources. The camel's from the camel says it's from India or someplace around India, something like that. But I don't think they have camels in India, but they do have camels in Saudi Arabia, and they do have camels in Jordan, and they do have camels in Yemen, and they do have camels in United Arab Emirates. And I'm thinking that the camel is
So they're
actually
oil rich. So they may
that's my
go ahead.
thought. That's my thought. That's my thought. That's my thought. I think. Yeah, and camels, and
I don't
camels,
think
yes,
they're
totally.
oil. I don't think that they're oil rich. I just think they're greasy. I just think your camel is greasy. I
So,
won't attribute it to oil. I think she's greasy.
so I'm not allowed to enter my camel or my moose into the contest.
Unfortunately not, because we
What?
only have so much room in the chat, and I'm pretty sure your camel and your donkey may defecate all over the floor, and we don't want to harm the little doggies and cats. So unfortunately, no, it's going to be a no.
I just thought I would ask. I wasn't allowed to get on Lady Nika's panel, and Lady Nika and I apparently have a history that I wasn't aware of. That she's aware of me from a long time ago, back when I was a legend 15 years ago on Blog Talk Radio. But there's a person called Yaya that won't let me up, and that's okay. I mean, that's not a big deal. But I don't even know who Yaya is.
Yaya's
Who
my
is that?
mod. Yaya's my
Yaya.
mod. Yaya, are you
Okay, all
still
right.
here?
No,
Oh, Yaya
no,
ain't.
she's
I
over.
don't. I don't think Yaya
She's
showed
in.
up.
She's in. Lady Nick is giving her a show for the day where she's in control. But I don't know who Yaya
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah, so it's okay.
She's a subscriber.
Why? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I was
What?
going
Go
to ask a
ahead.
question.
Ask your
Hold on. What
question.
is it? No, no. Hello, Indigo with the pretty AI picture. Beasley Land. What is she saying? I need to put my glasses on. Can you
That's a
read that for
PETA
me?
issue. That's
Oh, a
Beasley
PETA
Land. That's a
issue. Oh, okay.
PETA issue.
All right. Right.
Hmm.
Of which I killed one of those flies that was on my nose. Now that was a funny video. Did you see that? Probably didn't see it because you're not subscribed. I'm not subscribed.
No, I didn't see that. I am
There's
subscribed to you. I just probably missed the
no,
video.
no,
Well,
no,
you're not
no,
subscribed
not
to
not
me.
not to
Is that
me,
what
to
you
the
said?
camel. No, no, no. Let me
Oh,
slow down.
oh, wait
She
a minute.
said, "Pete,
The
just
camel.
let me slow all the way down.
Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead.
let me decompress. Okay, all right. Where I sit
Now, what
sometimes
happened
and
with the
film,
flies?
where I sit sometimes, there's a trash can about 15, 20 yards away, and it attracts flies like trash cans do. So these flies be all over me because I'm the shit. So this fly, someone found a video of a fly on my nose, and I didn't even feel it because it's just a little tiny baby fly. I didn't feel it. But I remember when she said PETA, I remember when Obama, when he was president, and he did something my grandmother could do. That fly flew around him and he snatched him out of the damn air. My
He
grandmother could
popped
do
the
that shit.
fly. Hmm.
Remember when he popped the fly and they said
Hmm.
they were going to call PETA? He said
I
they were going to
remember
call
that.
PETA on him. Right. Yeah. Well, my
Oh,
grandmother could do
okay.
that shit.
So that's the PETA
Me,
issue with you.
yeah, that's what I think she's talking about. No, no. I think she's talking about the PETA issue, but it just reminded me of the fly in Obama. Just association. No, but they had the funniest video
But
of the fly on.
did you kill the fly? Did you kill the fly on
No,
your
I didn't.
nose? Is what I'm
I didn't
asking.
even feel it. No, it's a little tiny baby fly. He's a little
Oh,
popcorn
okay.
fly. I didn't even feel the fly at
So the
all.
bugs had to be so the bugs had to be so big crawling on you before you'll feel them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess. If a fly's an
Okay.
insect, then I don't know what a
You
fly. I guess I really don't have that much experience in it, but it's amazing the lengths that people go to. That about having getting a fly on you and everything. I get mosquitoes like me too. It's just bees like that.
oh, mosquitoes
What is
love me. When I used to
they're just
go
sweet.
down south for the summer, me and my sister, it's like I got sugar blood or something because they didn't bother any of my other cousins and the mosquitoes. We used to always be outside and we used to get eaten up by mosquitoes so bad that they turned into big blisters and then the big blister would
Ooh
run
wee.
down if you pop it and it'll make another sore, and we used to have to go all the way to the city and get a shot by the doctor to dry up our blisters. And then for the rest of the year, we have this overpigmentation on our body where we had all these mosquito bites. That was the worst part of being a little kid with coming back home and trying to wear shorts and stuff, and you have all these pigmentation marks on your skin from mosquito bites. Oh, that was the hell of my childhood.
I'm itching thinking about them. But it's funny that a
Yeah.
camel or a transhuman camel human would talk about flies. Can you imagine the type of ticks and fleas that a camel has in the desert?
I mean, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Probably
I
why a lot. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, that's why I
I
think most
had
camels. You told me go ahead, then you start
Go
talking.
ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you go
No,
ahead.
go
You go
ahead.
ahead. You get it.
I had it. I
Uh,
had it. I had a dog years ago, and I always give my dogs their little regular treatments and stuff. And I had her in my lap, and I was just like playing with her ears. She was a little Shih Tzu, little 7 pound Shih Tzu, and
tick.
I felt like a lump on her ear, and I pulled her hair back, and it was a tick on her ear, and like its body was so engorged with blood. It was huge. It was like the size of an eraser, and I was like, how did I not feel this
Miss it.
tick on her? And you just can't pull a tick
It
out
was.
or
It was.
it'll leave the
That
head
made
under the skin.
you're pretty
So
graphic,
you
Ronnie
have
Q.
to
That made my
twist it out.
that
I
made
had
my
to I
skin
had to
crawl.
take Look, I had to take
Go ahead.
some paper towels and then I popped the tick's body, and then I didn't pull it out, and then I took it and I twisted it. You have to twist it counterclockwise, and then it won't leave their head in there, because if you leave the head in there, your dog can still get some type of infections and things like that. So
Lyme
it was
disease.
like
It'll
it was
kill
the
the
size of
a,
a
a,
eraser.
a,
Eraser.
a 7 pound dog. Lyme disease would probably kill it in a day or two.
Hmm. Yeah,
Lyme
I
disease.
was mortified.
We went camping before when I was a kid, and they told us about the ticks and to watch out for the ticks and to check your ears. And a couple of days later, while we were still camping, we're not showering, we're camping, we're taking little hoe baths and bird baths as kids. But I sure checked around my ear, and there was sure a tick right there in my ear, trying to creep in my ear and give me Lyme disease and paralyze me and ruin me for the rest of my life. But camels are definitely nasty animals. They stink. They really stink. Oh, they're foul. Um, they're horrible smelling. I've been to Morocco and there were camels, and I was like, "Good
The
grief,
cat
they smell worse than." Oh, they smell bad. Have you ever been around goats? They smell like goats. They smell like big
No,
goats, and they
I had
stink.
never been around goats.
Yeah,
I've never
well,
been around
you
goats
would.
because we I've been around the farms and stuff, but the most disgusting smell of animal I've been around was a pig pen, and so I definitely am used to the pig
That's
pen.
pretty nasty. That's pretty
And I used to
nasty.
love to
Pigs are
slop
just
the
nasty
hog.
in general.
Yeah, I used to love to
Pigs
slop
are
the
pretty
hogs, and I remember one time, like my grandmother, it's like
out
way
there in
in the
out there in
deep
St. Gibbs.
south.
What?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
in the
no.
south.
This is in the
Okay,
South.
go ahead.
Well, I used to visit my
Hmm.
grandmother in the South, and they had a slop bucket. And like the slop bucket is where you would rake out all your leftovers, all your scraps from
Throw
your
anything in there.
plate and stuff, and like any like grease left over, like from anything in it. Everything went in the slop bucket, and then every morning they take it out, or every night they take it out for the hog. So I remember one time we were having some ham, and then somebody was raking their plate out in the slop bucket, and I was like, but that's ham, but that's for the pigs. They can't eat themselves. And then they was like, pigs eat anything. And it like grossed me out at the thought of these pigs eating ham. It just really messed my mind up that these pigs were eating a part of themselves, like cannibalism. So, but they do.
I believe you.
They do.
Oh,
Yeah. And my grandmother, she would put her cigarette butts out in there. She'd drop her cigarette butts in there, everything.
ugh, ugh.
I kid you not. She'd be walking past the kitchen. She'd drop her cigarette butt in there, and then I was like, hey, then she was like, they ain't gonna do nothing but root it out. They ain't gonna eat it. They just gonna root it out in their way. Oh yeah. So yeah, pigs are something else. But anyway,
When I was a
I
little
didn't I don't
boy,
know how we got on this topic. Go ahead.
when I was a little
Go
boy,
ahead.
we used to go down to Charleston, where my grandmother's family's from, and my grandmother had a great aunt that used to smoke a pipe, and she smoked a pipe with the men, and she had a nice pipe, and she used to smoke some cherries, whatever smelling type of stuff, and I just kind of remember that she smoked a pipe, and when she was smoking the pipe, she would chew tobacco. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And whatever I called her, I must have been about 5 or 6, and she must have been like 150, because she was an old lady. She said, "Here, you want some?" She said, "Here, you want some?" I said, "Yeah, I want some." She gave me some of that fucking chewing tobacco and shit. I went, "Bah, it's horrible." She said, and they said, "Why'd you
You
do that?
swallowed
Why'd
it.
you do that?" No, I spit that shit out. She said, they
Oh,
said, "Why
okay.
would you do that to that little baby? Why would you give him that?" She said, "Because I didn't want him to get hooked on this stuff like I've been." I've never tried
Yeah,
chewing tobacco, man. That
I
was a good
remember
lesson
when
that she gave me.
I remember like hearing people who they tried it and stuff, and they mess around and swallowed the juices and stuff and get sick and all that stuff because you're supposed to spit it out, of course. And I remember when I was younger, like in the South, they used to have those little spit cans like everywhere. It was like, oh, so gross. Oh, not in my family or nothing, but like in different places, and you see those spittles. I cannot. That's just like the grossest thing ever. Mm-mm. No, we didn't
Um,
have any people in my family who did that.
I don't know your
But
relation.
my
I don't
grandfather,
know.
go ahead,
Continue, because I was going to change the
go
subject. Go
ahead.
ahead.
You don't know what my
Um,
relationship with what?
with Ness is, but my relationship with her has deteriorated greatly. Um,
Hmm.
and we're now at the point where we're roasting each other and making fun of each other. And I like going up against people that I consider that are good, because it helps me elevate my game. Because I truly do love roasting a bitch. Really, male or female. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. It's something that's, I take pleasure in it. I really take great pleasure in it. Um, and I did do a nest roast this morning that I'd like you to listen to and critique. It's less than an hour, and it's quite entertaining. It's entertaining and very truthful.
Um, I'll check it out. I didn't see it. I wasn't up. I went to bed
And
early. I got up early. I had
I
to
did it this morning.
run
I did it
around,
this
do some
morning.
things.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was hoping I would be back on time for my live. So thank goodness I made it. But I'm gonna have to. I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to do a
Oh, that's
review
Saida.
and do a
Saida,
replay.
isn't she pretty? That's Saida's my friend. I mean, she's my friend and everything.
Yes,
But yeah, Saida.
yes,
When
she's
I
very
go on her
cute.
show, she always reminds me of the things that people do to me. Oh, so and so got you good. What about your problem here? But she never gives me a pat for how I be ripping them to shreds. And I rip some people to
Well,
shreds. She goes,
basically,
"Oh, that
I
doesn't
thought
bother."
you came back. I thought you came back a
Oh,
changed man. I thought you are you gonna
that
let
was
them get you back to the old Beasleys that I heard
I'm a-
about?
I'm not all the I'm not all the way there. I'm probably there about 65%. Um, being away, I forgot about what it feels like to be involved with the culture. Looking from the outside in, you think that you could take the high road and be reasonable with people, but you can't. You'll be a victim. You'll be roadkill. You'll just get run the fuck over. So you can't behave that way. There's no there's no there's no taming or curing these sectors. This is what it is. So no, so you can't do that. I
Right.
tried. Had I continued, I'd have ended up probably like Jesus. I'd have ended up like Gandhi, or I'd ended up like Martin Luther King, because
Oh, spare me. Oh, spare me, Beasley.
those were no,
Spare me, Beasley.
those were reasonable men of peace and reason. And look what the world did to them. There's a
Okay.
lesson there.
I'm not in any way gonna put you on any level of
I'm,
Gandhi,
I
Dr.
wasn't putting.
King, or
You don't know
I
me that well. You
refuse.
never know. You never know.
I
You
refuse.
never.
I know.
You never
Well,
know.
Malcolm X had a very checkered past, and he came around, but he always insisted on fighting for himself. So there's that.
Well, that's different than peace. I wouldn't put myself on his, not a level, just using it just for illustration purposes. Just
Uh
because
huh.
people have more fame or infamy than others, there's lessons to be learned. Whatever, a pacifist in a hostile environment is going to end up dead. You grew up. We all grew up. It's usually the person breaking up the fight that ends up shot and killed. It's usually the peacemaker.
Well,
The Bible says the
okay.
peace. Blessed is the peacemaker; shall be known as the son of God. But but the part they don't tell you is that being the peacemaker also will get you harmed. It can go on and on forever.
So you're
Ah,
so what you're saying is you're not going to be over here making no peace.
I may still try to make peace
What you're
because
saying?
no, no, I didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm not going to take too much shit from
So are
anybody
you?
that's. Go ahead. I'm trying to answer one question. You come
So
with the other
are
one.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I know. Go
It's
ahead.
okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
I did do that.
I will
I,
try to make peace. I will try to make peace at times, even though it doesn't always work out, because I think I've got the influence to make peace, and I've got the standing with certain people where I can make peace, and I've done it before, and I've tried to do it. But what's your next
now
question?
I notice a lot of people are really kind of icing you out over here. So what
That's okay.
a lot of people don't like you.
That's okay.
I listen to your conversation. I guess because I can relate to the era that you grew up in and your storytellings and things
Hmm.
like that. It's relatable. Your choice of music and things like that. And it's not like that you really talk about much about the people in the sector. You do a lot of story times. So that's one of the things that I like about your channel when you do the
Well,
story times and things
you're
like
welcome.
that. It's like very.
You're welcome to enjoy it. I'm not really bothered by that, except there's some people that I don't have any interaction with that are choosing this course, and that's fine. I don't like everybody either, but it's usually because of the interaction that I've had with them. And these people I haven't interacted with, and they don't know me, and that's okay, because the people that do listen to me and follow me, the core people that I deal with, they keep coming back, and they've been coming. In fact, they've coming back for years. And guess what else? They donate. Somebody gave me $500 for my
Oh,
birthday
really?
yesterday. Yep,
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
yep.
I didn't know it was your birthday.
It's not even
Wow.
my birthday
Well,
yet.
that's
My
amazing.
birthday's the birthday. No, that's they've done it before, but years ago. Yeah, someone gave
Oh,
me
okay.
$500 for my birthday. Unexpected. They said check your Cash App, and my Cash App goes somewhere else, so I don't mismanage the money,
Okay.
because I'm only gonna use it for stuff to make
You got a caregiver,
like a.
Beasley. Now they say you in a nursing home, so you mean you got a handler?
No, I have a niece.
They say I'm in a wheelchair.
I have a niece that's an attorney.
Uh-huh.
and I have her handling my trust.
Well, that yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, your money, you always gonna have some money, so you can trust
Uh,
her. Is that what you're saying?
there are a few things wrong with it because
Such as
she's not letting me squander my inheritance. Not that I would squander it, but I like to spend. You know, the old man told me a long time ago.
what?
If you're gonna collect a whole bunch of paper and not fucking spend none of it, you should just get some goddamn newspaper and pile it up in the corner.
Well, that's not true because that old man probably you know how you see like remember the movie Malcolm X, the dude who was the numbers man, how he wore the best suits and all of that type of stuff, and then when Malcolm X found him later on in life, he was living in an old rat hole, owing the lady rent and all this type of stuff, all sick and messed up.
That's life, though.
Where you are
That's life in the
today, but you no,
that's life in the fast lane,
no,
though.
that's a life. That's a life that's lived. That didn't plan for the future, because you know where you are today, but you don't know where you will be tomorrow. So that's why it's always good to plan for the future, as if you're going to live to be an old person.
Um, I can see your point.
Hmm.
It's definitely a strong point, but life in the fast lane, having engaged in the fast lane a number of periods of time in my life, I understand. Look at
Well,
someone
that's why
like
you
Keefe
got
D. Look at someone like Keefe D.
KVD. Hmm. One of them.
He's the one that's now accused of the Tupac murder. They said he was in the car.
Right,
Well,
right,
not did he,
right.
they said he
I
was in
don't
the
know
car.
how he's living now. I didn't know
Oh,
his
he's in
living
prison right
situation
now.
prior to the
He's
charges.
in he's in jail. Well, I guess he was living. I don't know how great he was living. He probably wasn't living that great because
I
he
don't
did
know.
multiple interviews that incriminated himself in a murder,
Hmm.
which has no statute of limitations. But I remember years ago him and his crew, and they would come from Compton to L.A. because Compton, L.A. is about 20, 30 miles, right? But it may as well be, I wouldn't say a million miles away. It's a different area. It ain't L.A. It's Compton. But they would come and party out in LA. And I'd be like, damn, who are they? Because, they've all got new Mercedes. They've all got new Rolls
Hmm.
Royces, brand new cars, brand new shit. And they all
Hmm.
fly as hell, you know, with Brioni suits, like he said, and you notice them. And what's my point? Oh,
I don't
uh,
know.
no, no, no. Let me tell you. He had an abundance and an abundance. And of course, he went to prison and this and that and the other. And his all kinds of things, the downside of that lifestyle. But at one point, he was living high, 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 high on the hog with more money that you didn't even know what to do
Hmm.
with. And believe me, there were periods. I remember going to the racetrack and watching the dude in front of me bet like $5,000 in $5 bills on a horse.
Okay.
Laundering. Yeah, yeah, you're betting on a long shot, betting $5,000 in $5 bills. I'm thinking, where'd you get all those $5 bills from? I knew where they got all them $5 bills from. What I'm saying is, when you live life in the fucking fast lane, it has a downside, and sometimes that's the downside, and that's just part of the game, and it's not the same as working, 24 years for, you know, Southern California Edison. It's just a different lifestyle. That's all. Well,
Yeah,
it balances out in the end.
especially when you live in LA, like mm, I don't know, yeah, like for me for living in LA, it's like you're not I don't know, some people are like real enchanted with people moving and shaking and flashing and stuff, but I kind of wasn't like moved with that. I was more concentrated on getting my own. And like And I used to go out, and if like I used to go out to different places, and it would be like a whole lot of different people there, and I would be like, so what? Shit, like shit, I'm here too. Like what the fuck? They're no different than me. I'm here. Like not like I'm like some big somebody, but it's like they're not doing it no different than me. So I didn't like put that much value on being
I don't know
seen
exactly
or
how old
being
you are. I don't know exactly how old
okay.
you are, but I came of age
Go
in the
ahead.
crack era. I came of age in the
I did
crack
too.
era. Okay.
Listen,
All right,
I
I'll tell you.
yeah.
I'll be 61 in 9 days. Okay.
Well, I'm not
I
that old.
came out of high. I
I'm
came
not.
out of high school. I came out of high school in 1980 at 17 years old. Crack hit the streets of LA
Hmm.
in 81. Okay, it was actually in 81, and you started to see some of the effects. And when I say the effects, the positive effects, you didn't see too many crackheads. There
Positive
were
effect. You
positive
saw
effects. You
the
see people,
positive effects in the beginning. Hmm. Hmm.
right? Well, the positive effects is dudes my age having money.
Hmm.
Motherfuckers
Hmm.
stopped driving Cadillacs and was having Mercedes. You know, that was
Hmm.
a big stretch.
I understand.
Women were, draped down and living large. So there was a big rush to,
Yeah,
you want to keep Los Angeles has always been about keeping up with the Joneses and being fly because if
well,
you
I
didn't
was
have your shit
from
right, go ahead.
well, I was from the suburbs, and I went away to college, and when I came back from college,
Right, you
it
saw a
was
big
like
difference.
everywhere I looked,
Right.
I saw these young cats driving those. Remember they came out with those Nissan trucks, and all these pipped out little Nissan trucks with the double cab and stuff. Remember when
Yeah.
those were the fly shit and stuff? That was like early in the beginning, and like the street level people. Now it's like weird that people would take a chance now in this day and era. The people who are selling on street level, they're still broke themselves. I don't understand that. Why do people take
It's a,
chances now and even bother to sell drugs? Because these people are broke. They are on their feet. They don't have cars. They don't have anything. And I don't understand why people bother to sell drugs now.
I don't know. It's not the same. I didn't bother to sell drugs then. I was
Me
fortunate.
either. But
I was fortunate
go ahead.
enough to watch some of my childhood friends get jacked, kidnapped, watch their parents get tied up, looking for the
Hmm.
safe and looking for the money. People get killed.
Hmm.
People get found killed.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys in the early stages, or even in the later stages, that were making money were guys that didn't get high on nothing. They didn't smoke weed. They didn't toot. They didn't drink. They were church boys, and they were just hustlers. Everybody liked money. Everybody liked money, and
Yeah.
a lot of those guys started getting found in the trunk of cars with their throats slit. Man, it wasn't nothing nice. That's a dirty game. And I was like, I don't, I didn't want to end up like that.
Everybody were having fun at first. People were having fun. Chicks were trying to get with a dealer, and that's when all these chicks was walking around with all this Gucci, all this Louis Vuitton. They would go up on Rodeo Drive, buy up all this stuff, all this Gucci and stuff. I mean, like I know somebody like real close who used to like count 30 and $40,000 a day for their dude. You understand what I'm saying? 30 and $40,000 a day for their dude. You see what I'm saying? So it was like some crazy money. I know somebody real close who used to count that type of money on a daily basis. So I knew people who had got Maseratis, all type of stuff, but it all comes to an end. It all comes in either
There-
one or two ways.
All right, I know that's right. EMPER. I'm a November Sag. Like, be careful. There's some sick motherfuckers in November Sages. Tracy's a
And
November
like this,
Sag. I found out. I'm not surprised.
what is I'm not up on the that type of thing. What is a November Sagittarius?
Oh gosh, they're meaner. They
I
have
think
all the
so.
attributes. They have all the attributes of a Buddy Lee's a November Sag. Lady Snoop's a November Sag. Um, that's how I put it in a nutshell. They have more of an edge to them for some reason.
Hold on 1 second. Nothing's wrong with Louis Vuitton or Gucci. I'm just saying, in
They
that
were ability
era,
to buy it
uh,
instead of
in
wearing the
Los
hook shit. Instead of
Angeles,
wearing
in
right.
Los Angeles, like everybody got into it, and they were like, it was like everywhere. It was saturated, and then
Not
it
just
was
Louis
like
Vuitton, not
that's what
yeah, all kind of
probably
shit. Whatever was
yeah,
fashionable.
Louis. Yeah,
Cars,
they brought it
cars.
to the suburbs, they brought it to the streets at that point. It was no longer like unreachable. That's my point.
That
Yeah,
right.
cars,
There you
all that
go.
type of stuff.
There you
Houses,
go.
houses,
Restaurants. Beverly Hills,
yeah,
going to Nikki Blair's, going to Dantana's, going to
crustaceans,
yeah. There
going
you
to
go.
crustaceans. Yeah,
There you
you
go.
know.
There you go. Now you understand. I love crustaceans.
Yeah.
I love crustaceans. I
Oh, I
love the
love
one in San
crustaceans.
Francisco. But oh God, it's 3:40 already. Oh,
You got to go,
I have to make.
BC. Well, it was nice chit
No,
chatting
I
with
don't
you.
have to go. I just think I want to go smoke some weed.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
all right, BC.
I've been wanting to go to the movies, but I have to smoke some weed first to slow my mind down. I just don't want to go see any. They don't make
What you
movies
want to
for my
see?
age group. You know, she said I thought I had to give them away or something. No. What was that man's name?
You
He
know
used to
what?
sell all the knuckle designer and went to work for Gucci. I don't know his name. Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan
Dapper
was the one
Dan.
in Harlem, one in New York.
Uh-huh.
She said, yes, back in the day, they were balling. The dealers I knew had businesses. They were all went to jail and were murdered. There you go.
Yep.
November Sag are too close
Exactly.
to
Well,
Scorpios. So you have issues.
yeah, I
Oh, we're freaky like that. Well, never
well
mind. Some of them are.
well
I don't know about myself.
not
Used to
all
be.
of them, but
No, not all. There's
I've
no
had I
absolutes.
had a good time. I had a good time or two with a Scorpio. That's all I'm saying. That's
There you
all I'm
go.
saying.
There you go.
But I gotta go. My computer's not
All
plugged
right.
up, and I just got a notification that my battery is about to die. So
Catch you later,
thank you for
alligator. Nice,
coming up,
nice
BC.
talking to you
And
again.
I would like for you to
Always.
come up and we can have this type of conversation because this is the conversation that I like having with you guys. So don't forget my pet competition. I'm gonna put a flyer up for the pet competition. And
I was
thank you
thinking
guys
about
for
getting
coming
myself.
out.
I was thinking about getting myself a
Go
little
ahead.
poodle. If I get them, I'll come win the competition,
You ain't gonna win
and
the
I'll
competition. You
talk
gotta
with you.
train it. It take a little second to train it. So
They
I
don't
ain't
take
gonna
no
worry
time at
about you
all.
winning, but
They're
good
smarter than all
Lord,
the. They're smarter than all the other dogs except the border collie. They're obedient,
uh,
so they want to please you.
they do say poodles are okay, but we're dealing with you. You don't even know how to train yourself. So how you gonna train the dog? Well, you have come live on a regular basis. So you have gotten into a
I know how to
routine.
train
So
myself. I
I'll
know how to
take that
train
back.
everybody. I know how to train everybody else. That whether you like me or whether you hate me, you know who I am.
All right, Beasley. Well, it was good having
You
you up,
win.
and I
Talk to you later.
can't
That's right.
disagree with
At
you
least you can
there.
see the
All
point.
right,
Catch you later.
I can't disagree with you. All
All
right,
right.
bye bye. Bye, Chad. Thank you for coming out. God bless you. Thank you for coming out. God bless you, and I'll see you guys in the YouTube street. Hit the like button on your way out. I greatly appreciate you. All right, bye bye.